If you're after 5 easy woodworking projects you can do over the weekend, that video is definitely for you. So before we start, I've got a quick favor to ask. So I'm 200 watch hours away from YouTube monetization. So if you can watch that video for a little bit longer, drop me a like and maybe a comment. That would be really helpful. And now, without further ado, let's get some projects done. Today's project should be very simple, and that's literally everything you need for it. So, as you probably seen it at the beginning, we are building a wood and leather bag, which means that we need nice wooden sides. We've got that pine plank, we'll use that. Leather, we've got that Italian leather from an old reclaimed sofa. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant leather. It's just a little bit soft, so we'll try to stiffen it up with a paper card. We'll see how that's going to work. It's a bit of an experiment for me, never done it before, but hey, that's what that channel is for. So without further ado, let's get to work. Cool. Let me give you a bit of an update where we are and what we are doing at the moment. So, probably seen me chiseling out the spaces there. So that's for a plywood to reinforce the whole bag. One's going to be at the back, one at the bottom. What else? The 2 layers of leather plus that paper card seem to do the trick. It's much stiffer now, which is great. What next? I think I'm going to be doing a little bit of a hand stitching. So I'm probably going to play some YouTube and just spend hours in front of it trying to stitch that. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see where that's going to take us. The hand stitching is officially done. I'm not gonna give you any kind of tutorials or guides on how to do it because I'm definitely not the best one. But hey, you know, it's done, and I think it looks decent enough. And this is it, ladies and gentlemen. The bag is ready. Do I like it? Yeah, I do. Will she like it? We'll see. But I think I've got a perfect use for that.
Love me or hate me, God knows you made it. When he let his eyes on me. 여기 네 눈이 날 바라보는 눈빛이 이미 다 말해줘. No, I ain't gonna let anyone keep me down. No, no, you just gotta keep up 'cause it ain't gonna.
Welcome back in my workshop, and today's video we're making a tea light holder out of a 2x4 and a pallet stretcher. Right, so as usual, let me show you what you'll need to finish that project. A hemp rope, a Forstner bit, which matches your T-light, a pallet stretcher, or a 2x4. And as usual, less talking, more working. Let's get it done. Finally done. Sorry about the mess. It's always like that when you're using the Forstner bit. So a slight change of plans. The 2x4 obviously needs a little bit of sanding, but it'll be using the hemp rope as a decoration, where the pallet stretchers, I think I'm going to cut them down, burn them, stain them, and maybe add a little bit of a chamfer there. Hello and welcome back to the Rare Craftsman workshop. In today's video we are building another pallet wood lamp. It's gonna be a plant pallet wood lamp. Probably seen my previous video there. It seemed like you guys liked it, so we'll see if I can get another one, slightly different one done. Today's video also features something new. I'm not doing many of those, but I'm not going to review any tools. But guys from Banggood contacted me, and they offered, not a cooperation, they offered to send me stuff. I got to pick what I want, and I said whenever I like the tools, I'll use it and I'll feature it in the video. I'll put the links in the description. Okie doke, so what are we working with today? Let's start with a plane. You don't need one, you can actually sand it by hand or use a sander. I do prefer the finish it leaves. I've got some chunky scrap pine for the base, hardwood pallet boards, LED lights as usual. There would not be a project from Rare Craftsman without LED lights, and a really nice plant pot. Let's get to work. Just a quick update. What we have right here is, so that's our pallet boards with the LEDs installed already. There we go. So that looks pretty decent. And the pine stand, which needs a little bit of shaping, but we'll get it done on a bandsaw. Hello and welcome back to the Rare Craftsman. We are starting this video slightly differently as we are in my home office. It's hard to admit, but yes, it is extremely messy, and I think 2025 it's the year where I'm gonna have to organize it a little bit better. So without further ado, let me tell you what we're gonna be working on today. I'm thinking about a monitor stand with a bit of a space underneath so you can hide all the cables and keyboards while not in use. So it wouldn't be my project without that Rare Craftsman touch. We are adding something special to it, so if you're interested, keep watching. Right, so next day, we're still working on that monitor stand. Let me give you a bit of an update. Right, I am officially annoyed as that thing doesn't want to cooperate. But hey, life. It is what it is. So let's call them legs. The speakers are built in now. The fronts were an absolute nightmare to wrap in that speaker cloth. They're too long. I'm gonna have to trim them down as they're sticking out of the back. The whole thing needs sanding. I also need to connect the speakers to a Bluetooth receiver, and I want to add an LED strip to the whole back of that monitor stand. So there is still a lot of things to do. I'm not giving up. This might not be as perfect as I would like it to be, but it's a small workshop. It's a reclaimed material. So we only got what we've got. Let's just crack on and see what happens. So let's start with this beautiful Edison LED bulb. I've acquired it at the store closure, I believe, but you can get the same one on Amazon quite cheap. I think about 12 British pounds. Now, wire. I've got it from a different device. Cheapest chips. You can make one yourself. An on-off switch, so we can switch it on and off. And of course, pallet boards. Not the best ones, but that'll do. A little bit of sanding. It's gonna be like brand new. Without further ado, less talking, more working. Let's get it done. Okie doke, so it's time for cleanup and glue up. Would you believe that these are the same board? They look brand new now. Alright, this is where we are at the moment, and it needs a little bit of sanding. It obviously needs the bulb attaching. Well, it's gonna look pretty sick, but I've made this with pine pallet board, which means it is a little bit flexible. So I've looked for my scrap pile and I found this, a nice oak bit, so I can actually make a nice stand out of it.